they woke us up in the early hours of the morning in Soweto. And when they got there, they, came in big numbers. And they woke us up and they started searching our home. And my husband got very angry with them to say, why the disturbance? And, they were pulling things, wanting to find papers and all that. I think it was before 5 o'clock in the morning. And eventually, after they've searched and took certain pictures and some papers, then they took me with. And they took me with to go to our offices. And our offices were in Khotso House in De Villiers Street. And when we got there, it was very early. It was about 6 o'clock in the morning. And the men who was working the night shift there must have been very brilliant, because when they said they want to go into the office, he said the door was locked and we cannot go in. And we sat there waiting for people to arrive who will come and open, because he was a security man. Unfortunate for the security man, who I really respect up until today, he knew that the door wasn't locked. And then, unfortunately, someone from inside walked out and opened the door, and they got very mad with him because they saw that the door was not locked. And then they went into our office, and they searched my offices, our offices as a whole. They searched. And by that time, people had already started coming to work now. All the SACC staff was now ready and coming to work. And by the time when they'd finished searching our offices, and they were now taking me away, I think they were taking me to number 4. And the people came out and they stopped the car, that the car is not going to move, because they wanted everyone to come out of the building. And they came out of the building and they started singing Nkosi Sikelela e-Africa. And I was inside there, handcuffed, and they couldn't move the car. And by the time when they finished singing Nkosi Sikelela e-Africa, then they pushed them away and they moved along, and then they drove with me and came to, what's the prison? John Foster, yeah. And as I came into John Foster, I was so nervous. I thought I'm the only one. And as I walked in, there was Neil. And Neil said to me, "Good morning, Emma." And I never greeted back, from shock, I think. And I regret it till this day, to say Neil spoke to me and I never spoke back to Neil. Little did I know that I won't see Neil again.